What is up, YouTube? Spectacular Spider Grandpa coming back at you with another top 10 books of the week. Yep, it's day of the week everyone's been waiting for on Grandpa's channel. What was hot, what was not, the top 10, my top 10 favorite books, my picks. First, before we do that, I do want to apologize. I usually do this video on Saturday night or Sunday night. After Walking Dead's emotional season premiere last night, I watched The Talking Dead after, and I was spent. So I went to sleep, and I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm here now. I have some other things to go over with you guys, but first let's get into this top 10. How about that Walking Dead last night, huh? I'm not going to spoil it, so don't worry if you haven't seen it. It was good. It was good. All right, worst pick of the week goes to Kiss #1. I just could not get into this book. It had little to do with anything Kiss, except they showed up here and there throughout. A lot of unanswered questions, and it just wasn't my thing. The cover is cool though. Gene Simmons there with rainbow blood dripping from his tongue. So, worst pick of the week, Kiss #1. Let's do the cover of the week. Is going to Trinity #2. Really love this cover with Wonder Woman behind this statue or throne. It's just really cool. Batman and Superman up there in the corner. Just a really great cover. The story, not so much. I didn't really get into it. That's why it didn't make my top 10. All right, my number 10 book of the week. Yeah, this is Amazing Spider-Man #20. It's a clone conspiracy tie-in, and basically all they do in this book is show you how Dr. Octopus got his body back and what he went through. It's good, but it really didn't do anything for the clone story going on right now. To me, anyway. So that was number 10. My number 9 pick of the week is Harley Quinn #6. Harley Quinn also gets my Mary Jane of the week just for being so creative and making up these funny songs. She started, man, hold on, I'll read one to you. Hold on. She started a band called, what is it? Bear with me here. The Skullbags. So I thought that was pretty cool. This is I'm gonna read to you lyrics from one of her songs, and I think it's hilarious. Anarchy in the refrigerator. The milk is sour and the meat's a hater. The eggs are rotten. The cheese used to be greater. The cakes turn into a bowel invader, and I want to eat it anyway. So she's crazy. Anarchy in the icebox. The chicken looks like it has chicken pox. The jelly beans are hard as rocks. The pizza smells like your dad's old socks in the refrigerator. So, yeah, that's why she gets my Mary Jane of the week, just because she's that shit crazy. She's writing all these crazy songs. My number 8 pick of the week goes to Superman #9. So they meet up with, I can't remember that dude's name right there, and basically they get off this dinosaur island. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you guys his name. I can't find it, but yeah, they meet up with him, and he tells what's going on with the island. Um, Superman carves him a new leg out of a log. They escape. The dude's riding a dinosaur, a pterodactyl, or whatever they call those. And then he gets attacked by. I thought it was Gorilla Grodd at first because I got very excited, but it's not. Then they just fight the rest of the book. There he is. Pretty cool story. Um, Not the greatest, but it did make my number 8 slot. And then Superman and his son find their way back home. So that was my number 8 pick of the week. Number 7 is Death of X number 2. This was a little better than last week's story. I forgot what happens in here, so I'm just skimming through it real quick. So yeah, they end up burying Jamie Madrox or whatever his name is, the Multiple Man, in multiple graves. Very wordy book, not much action. At the end, Emma Frost is trying to get Magneto on their side, so nothing really special. Nothing, like I said, wordy book, not really much action. It's my number 7 pick of the week. Number 6 is Hellboy 1954, The Black Sun, Part 2. This was really good. I'm enjoying this. I don't know if it was just a 2-part series or if it's going to keep going because it said the end at the end of this. But if you're a fan of Hellboy, you got to be reading this. So this awesome stuff right here. Number 5, Aquaman number 9. Man, it's been a while since I read these. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, so what's that guy's name? Shit. The Shaggy Man. So it's just Aquaman battling this guy right here. His name is the Shaggy Man. They start out underwater, then they go to land, and it's pretty good. I'm really enjoying Aquaman. At the end, Aquaman attaches his Justice League ID card to the Shaggy Man, and I guess that teleports him into space. He does something. He contacts the Justice League Watchtower, and they teleport him off to space. That's how it ends. It's pretty good. Like I said, it's them fighting throughout the whole issue. Good stuff. My number 4 pick of the week is Green Lanterns number 9. Pretty awesome story about someone who's obsessed with obsessed in becoming a Green Lantern, and the Ring finds out the Ring has to choose him, and never does. Years go on. He trains for it, becomes a vigilante, and finally the Green Lantern, one of the Rings, appears to him, and then it refuses him, and he's going crazy. And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but someone approaches him and says, "I have a ring that doesn't have to choose you. It's called the Phantom Ring, blah, blah, blah." So this was really good. Green Lantern's number 9. I guess that's a Phantom Ring right there. Number 3, a book I talked about it on Friday's live show. A book I wasn't going to plan on buying because there's so many Deadpool books, but this was really funny. This was great. Better than Back in Black in my opinion. So I'll be picking up issue number 2 of this. I already talked about what it's about on Blaster to Stash It, so go check out that last show. So that's my number 3 pick. Number 2, Batman number 9 with this awesome Bane cover sitting on a pile of skulls. So basically, in this one, I talked about it again on the last live show. Or Jeremy from Trinity's Comics really went into detail with it. Basically, all it is, Batman recruiting his own Suicide Squad to take down Bane. Do I need to say more? That's awesome stuff right here. My number 1 pick of the week goes to only Batman would have been my number 1 pick of the week, but I'm a Marvel boy, so I went with Infamous Iron Man. What if you read this book? What are Doom's endgame? What's his plan? Is this like I told the Great Legend, I hope this is a way for them to bring back the Fantastic Four. So, not a huge fan of Doom's Iron Man costume. Maybe they could change it up a little bit, but we'll see. But it's a really good story. Really enjoyed it. Doom being the classic villain he is, I'm curious to see how this goes. So yeah, that's my top 10. Infamous Iron Man number 1, top book of the week for Grandpa. Alright, moving right along, guys. This Friday, Blast It or Stash It. We're gonna do things. We're gonna have some new things going on in there because it's so close to Halloween. Along with the new books that are coming out Wednesday. We're also gonna throw in a couple horror titles we're gonna read. Each member of the panel is going to pick their own book. Some of us will probably have modern books. I myself went with something a little older. I'm going to read 2 books. One of them is Clive Barker's Hellraiser Summer Special. So I will be reading and reviewing this one on Friday night's show. Awesome cover there. Awesome stuff. Also, a little bit of older book. I think the Clive Barker one was from '92. Yeah, so I'll be that one and this one, The Witching Hour, number 73. Not sure what year this is, but it does have a 35-cent price point on it. So look out for those on this Friday's show. So if you ain't subscribed to the Blast It or Stash It channel, go over there right now. I'll leave a link to that channel in the description below. That Blast It or Stash It every Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And speaking of Blast It or Stash It, on November 4th, mark your calendars, we're going to be doing episode 2 of the Blast It or Stash It Rewind show. We're going to be, if you don't know what Blast It or Stash It Rewind is the panel we discuss some older books from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. We're also planning on watching a clip watching the full episode of a classic cartoon such as He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, whatever. We haven't decided yet, but hopefully you guys come check us out, and that's happening on November 4th on the Blast It or Stash It channel. I've got some books I've decided to read for that show, and that is one of them being Omega the Unknown #1. I'm going to read 22 Brides #1. I'm going to read Motorhead #1. I'm going to read something I wanted to read. I picked this up just recently, and it just looks, the character looks cool, so I'm gonna check it out. The Web #1, and last but definitely not least, I'm going to read and review Jim Henson's Muppet Babies #14. Don't judge me, motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. I love you all, guys. I'm serious, man. That's no wait. I got one more thing. Like I said, I did have a doctor's appointment today. Then me and my wife went out for breakfast, and I stopped at my LCS just to pop in and say hi. I'm still alive. What you got going on? I didn't buy any books, but I did finally pull the trigger on a Funko Pop that I wanted, and it is part of the specialty series, and this is from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Cosmo the dog. So, finally got him. He's awesome. In his Russian spacesuit there. So, happy to have him. Walking Dead, guys. How about that shit? One of the best season premieres of the series, I think. But enough about that. Chicago Cubs going to the World Series. I've been a fan of the Chicago Cubs since I could remember. I remember, my my Uncle Tony. He used to take me to the games, and I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it. Take me to the games and the smells, and just the hot dogs, and that was like an every weekend thing. It felt like, or in every 2 weeks, he'd take me to the Wrigley Field. Man, I can't count on my fingers and toes how many times I've watched a Cubs game at Wrigley Field. So them going to the World Series is I'm getting so emotional here. You can see my eyes getting red, but I don't care. I'm very passionate about my Cubs. I've seen my hockey team is the Pittsburgh Penguins. I've seen them win 4 Stanley Cups. Like I think I told Jeremy that I had a $1,200 Pittsburgh Penguins tattoo. And I do, and it's all right here. Them winning the Stanley Cup. And yeah, so I'm very passionate about the Penguins, but the Chicago Cubs, man, it holds a place in my heart. Been waiting a long time for this. I'm so happy they made it to the World Series, and I'm gonna get to see it if they win. That's even the icing on the cake right there. So we'll see what happens. Tuesday night is the first game. I'm not sure what time the start time is, but I think I get off work at 8 p.m., so I should be home in plenty of time. But guys, this video is already going on 20 minutes. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching Blast It or Stash It. Thank you for joining up on the Facebook page. We love doing this on every Friday, every Blast It Rewind show. Everything we do, we absolutely love, and we do it for you guys. But that's what I got, guys. Be kind to one another.